Think about that new smart home device you just bought, or maybe an AI assistant that's changing how you interact with technology. It went from just a whisper of an idea to something genuinely indispensable, didn't it? Have you ever really wondered what structured journey these products take? How do they not only come to life but continually evolve and stay relevant, especially in a marketplace that shifts, well, faster than ever before? Today, we're taking a deep dive into the structured journey behind all of that, the Product Management Lifecycle, or PML.
Right, the PML. It's this foundational strategic framework that guides a product's entire journey. And it's really crucial to distinguish it from the traditional product lifecycle, the PLC.
Oh, yeah, the PLC, that's more the marketing view, isn't it? Introduction, growth.
Exactly. That charts a product's life in terms of sales introduction, growth, maturity, decline. But the PML, drawing inspiration from models like those, developed by Product Focus, is all about the operational and strategic processes. The stuff product teams actually manage day to day. It's iterative, it's incredibly responsive, and it really thrives when you integrate it with Agile methodologies. That allows for continuous adaptation, making sure a product stays strategically relevant over time.
Exactly. So our mission today is to unpack this cyclical journey. We want to reveal how organizations make sure their products don't just launch successfully, but stay intensely competitive, deeply customer-centric, and crucially, sustainably profitable. We're going to explore the key principles that make the PML absolutely essential for, well, enhancing a company's financial performance, significantly reducing time to market, improving overall quality, and really driving business advancement. We'll even delve into how it influences that crucial sales time curve, ensuring products have a long, healthy run. Let's maybe imagine we're launching a revolutionary AI-powered smart home assistant, let's call it Aura, and see how the PML brings it to life. Okay, let's unpack this. Every truly great product, every innovation starts with an idea, but it's not just about any idea, right? How do product teams find the right ideas and then, decide which ones are actually worth pouring resources into? This initial stage, the genesis of it all, is what we call innovation, or maybe the discovery phase within the PML. It's where the spark for our Aura would first ignite.
Precisely. This stage is all about envisioning that initial customer value proposition. It starts with idea generation. You're collecting inputs from absolutely everywhere. Customer feedback, market trends, competitor analysis, internal teams, emerging tech like new AI models.
Just kind of casting a wide net.
A very wide net. But the real insight here isn't just where ideas come from. It's often understanding that the most disruptive innovations can emerge from combining seemingly unrelated data points, or maybe focusing on edge cases that mainstream analysis tends to ignore. That's where true market-shaping products are often born, not just, small incremental feature additions. Then comes prioritization. Ideas get rigorously evaluated against criteria like development costs, projected customer value, business impact, feasibility.
How do you even manage that evaluation?
Yeah.
Sounds complex.
Well, tools like scoring matrices or the Moscow method that's must-have, should-have, could-have, won't have become invaluable. They bring structure. Following that, there's hypothesis development, formulating an initial value proposition and testing assumptions, maybe with quick prototypes or surveys. And finally, a resource allocation decision gives the green light for promising ideas to get deeper investigation, while others might get archived.
That makes perfect sense. So to really excel here with a product like our Aura, best practices would include fostering a strong culture of innovation, right? Maybe through dedicated brainstorming sessions or even company-wide hackathons exploring new voice interfaces or predictive algorithms for Aura. It also sounds vital to incorporate diverse perspectives from those cross-functional teams, sales, engineering, design, maybe even legal, to avoid bias and get a really holistic view. And leveraging data-driven tools feels non-negotiable. Platforms like Google Analytics or Mixpanel could give deep insights into user behavior with existing smart home tech, feeding directly into new ideas for Aura. And in Agile setups, I guess these great ideas just seamlessly integrate with existing product backlogs, constantly feeding that development pipeline.
Absolutely. A great real-world example is Spotify. They are constantly generating ideas from just vast amounts of user listening data. This helps them prioritize features like personalized playlists because they can clearly see the potential for high user engagement. For Aura, this might mean analyzing patterns in home automation usage to predict what features users will need even before they realize it themselves.
That's clever.
It is. The challenge here, though, is often idea overload. Without a structured approach, teams can just drown in suggestions. They get shiny object syndrome.
Right, chasing the next cool thing without focus.
Exactly.
Right.
So regular disciplined prioritization reviews are absolutely key to mitigating this, making sure the focus stays on ideas with the highest strategic value.
Okay, so we've got a promising idea for Aura. The next crucial step, I'd imagine, is making sure it's not just brilliant on paper, but actually needed and viable in the real world. This is where analysis really starts its work, right?
Exactly. This stage is all about validating that market demand, meticulously defining the product requirements, and ultimately justifying the investment needed. It often culminates in a comprehensive business case that secures that executive approval. Its sub-steps include market validation. This involves extensive research like surveys, in-depth interviews, competitive analysis to confirm there's genuine demand for Aura's specific capabilities.
So asking, do people actually want this?
Pretty much, yeah. Then comes requirements definition, where you outline high-level features, detailed user stories, and technical specs for Aura's AI and hardware. Next, a thorough risk and opportunity assessment evaluates potential costs, risks, and the projected ROI, often using tools like a SWOT analysis. A crucial insight often missed here, I think, is that effective analysis quantifies risk not just in potential loss, but also in opportunity cost. What are we losing by not pursuing this, or pursuing it badly? That reframes the whole discussion.
That's a really powerful point.
It is. And finally, a comprehensive business case development project's financials, sets timelines, defines clear success criteria, all to secure those necessary approvals.
And to do this well, some best practices really stand out, I imagine. Engaging stakeholders like sales, marketing, legal early on seems essential for buy-in and alignment. Using low-fidelity mocks, maybe with tools like Figma, must allow for quick feedback on Aura's interface or voice interactions before committing big resources. In Agile environments, I guess this isn't a one-and-done deal. Analysis happens ongoingly before each sprint to refine those backlogs.
That's spot on. It's continuous.
And, as always, data is paramount, whether it's customer input via platforms like SurveyMonkey or market trend reports from firms like Gartner. This stage feels crucial because it's like the gatekeeper. It ensures what's being built isn't just a clever idea, but a truly viable one that meets a real identified market need.
Indeed. The role of analysis in Agile is dynamic, constantly refining the backlog based on the latest insights. Think about a SaaS product like Slack. Their analysis might involve validating demand for new AI integrations through targeted beta testing. If that testing shows, say, a significant drop in user churn or a boost in engagement, well, that builds a powerful business case.
Okay, so
For Aura, this might mean beta testing early voice command sets or privacy features to make sure they resonate and reduce user friction. The common challenge here, though, is often over-optimistic projections. Everyone loves their own idea, right?
naturally.
So countering this requires robust scenario planning, considering best case, worst case outcomes. What if only a fraction of our projected users adopt Aura? You need to plan for that.
Okay, from detailed plans and validated visions, we now move into the exciting phase where requirements transform into an actual, tangible product. This is the development stage where the rubber truly meets the road.
It's where the magic happens, but it's a very structured kind of magic. This stage involves an iterative process of design, construction, and really rigorous testing. The sub-steps include design, creating detailed specs, UI/UX wireframes, and architectural blueprints for Aura's hardware and software. Then the build phase, where features get developed often in short iterations or sprints in an agile context.
So breaking it down into manageable chunks.
Exactly. For Aura, sprints might focus on specific capabilities like natural language processing or integrating with smart home protocols. Following the build, we have this involves unit testing, integration testing, user acceptance testing to catch any issues, big or small. And finally, iteration. The product is continuously refined based on bugs found or new insights gained during testing and feedback. Development isn't linear, it's a constant feedback loop.
Right. And best practices here must emphasize close, continuous collaboration between product managers and developers. Tools like Jira or Trello probably become indispensable for tracking progress and managing tasks for Aura's various modules. It's a constant balancing act too, isn't it? Managing trade-offs between scope, time, and quality, often visualized with things like burn-down charts and agile teams.
Absolutely. That trade-off triangle is always there.
I remember one project where the design team and engineering were barely speaking. The result was technically perfect, but users hated the interface. It really highlighted how critical that constant communication is. Incorporating feedback through regular demos or beta releases must also be vital for course correction.
It is, and it's interesting how testing needs can vary. It can be extended significantly for high-risk sectors like aerospace or healthcare to ensure absolute safety, while for web products, the goal might be continuous deployment, getting updates out almost instantaneously.
Makes sense.
A great example is developing an app like Uber. Sprints might focus specifically on integrating one complex feature, like real-time map integration. Then immediate thorough testing ensures its reliability and accuracy before it goes out to a wider user base. For Aura, a sprint might be dedicated solely to enhancing its ability to understand complex multi-step commands, followed by rigorous voice recognition testing. A really common challenge in this stage, one that can derail timelines and budgets, is scope creep.
Ah, yes, the dreaded scope creep.
Right, when new features or requirements just keep getting added. This is managed by disciplined, prioritized backlogs, making sure the focus stays on what's most critical for the minimum viable product, or MVP.
So the product is built, it's been tested, and our Aura is ready. But launching it isn't just about flipping a switch or pressing a go live button, is it? The go-to-market stage sounds like an incredibly comprehensive phase, all about meticulous preparation for a successful debut.
Absolutely. This stage orchestrates the whole preparation for Aura's launch. It begins with validation, maybe running trials or pilots with a select group of users to confirm market fit in a real-world setting. Then, proposition finalization refines the product's messaging, pricing, positioning. You might use A/B testing tools like Optimizely to see what resonates best with potential smart home users.
Testing the message itself.
Exactly. Business readiness is crucial. Training sales and support teams, setting up marketing campaigns for Aura. Everyone needs to be ready. Finally, launch planning defines the specific rollout strategy. Is it phased, releasing gradually to different segments, or a big bang release to everyone at once? The insight here is that it's about orchestrating an entire business ecosystem, not just shipping a product. It's about delivering on the brand promise.
It's fascinating how varied the duration of this stage can be. For complex aerospace products, it could take months of rigorous trials and certifications. Yet, for a simple web app update, it might literally be minutes. Agile methodologies must really shine here, especially with releasing MVPs, minimum viable products, allowing for quick iterations and real market feedback before a full-scale launch. And of course, seamless cross-functional coordination is key, making sure marketing, sales, support, legal are all, well, singing from the same hymn sheet about Aura's capabilities and privacy features.
Very true. A prime example is Tesla's full self-driving product. Before the widespread release, it involved extensive trials with select engaged users. They gathered vast amounts of data, refined the system continuously based on that data. This careful approach let them iron out kinks and validate the technology.
A cautious approach.
For Aura, this might mean a pilot program in employee homes first, gathering extensive usage data, refining its contextual understanding before any public release. The biggest challenge here, often launch delays. Despite meticulous planning, unforeseen issues can pop up.
Always happens, doesn't it?
Pretty much. Which is why having robust contingency plans is absolutely vital. A delayed launch can cost millions, so knowing your plan B, plan C, that's crucial.
Okay, Aura is launched. Success. But that's not the finish line, is it? It feels more like the starting gun. The in-life stage is where the product truly lives, breathes, and grows. It focuses on continuous maintenance, optimization, evolution, post-launch. How do we keep Aura relevant and thriving?
Precisely. Once a product is out there with users, product teams shift focus to managing its ongoing success. This involves several key things. Sales and adoption, actively driving uptake through targeted marketing, maybe strategic partnerships with smart appliance manufacturers for Aura. Performance tracking is critical. Monitoring KPIs like usage rates, customer satisfaction, revenue, using sophisticated analytics tools like Amplitude. You need to know what's happening.
Gotta measure it.
Absolutely. Issue resolution means continuously fixing bugs, addressing support queries, and adding features based on that steady stream of user feedback. And finally, versioning, releasing regular updates and new versions to enhance value, keep the product fresh and relevant. The core insight here, really, is that this is where long-term value is truly created and defended. It's a continuous battle for user attention and loyalty.
This stage truly leverages data like no other, it sounds like. Best practices must include using advanced analytics for deep user behavior insights, understanding not just what users do with Aura, but why they do it, or maybe why they stop using it. In Agile environments, maintaining a dynamic roadmap for ongoing enhancements seems crucial. It allows teams to prioritize new features, improvements perhaps adding new language support, or more complex task automation for Aura. It's also about constantly adapting to market changes, right? New competitors in the smart home space, shifts in regulations around data privacy.
Exactly. You can't stand still. Netflix's algorithm updates and continuous content monitoring are a prime example of effective in-life management. They constantly analyze what viewers watch, how they interact, what keeps them engaged. This ongoing process leads directly to new features like interactive content and ensures their recommendations stay highly personalized.
They're masters at it.
They are. For Aura, this means constantly refining its AI, adding new skills, improving response accuracy based on millions of user interactions. A major challenge in this stage is user churn when customers stop using the product.
The leaky bucket problem.
Right. Developing robust retention strategies, often fueled by those data-driven insights, becomes a top priority. Understanding why users leave and what features might bring them back or keep them engaged is key.
Okay, so just like everything else, even the most beloved products eventually reach the end of their useful life. The end-of-life stage isn't about simply abandoning a product, though. It sounds like a strategic and graceful phase-out designed to minimize disruption and maximize value from past investments. It's about ensuring Aura, when its time comes, bows out respectfully.
That's a crucial distinction. It's a planned, strategic process with careful steps. It begins with obsolescence assessment. Evaluating the product based on factors like declining sales, maybe outdated technology, perhaps a new generation of AI makes Aura V1 obsolete, or fundamental market shifts Aura can no longer address. Next is phase-out planning. This involves notifying existing users well in advance, providing clear pathways to migrate them to alternatives, maybe Aura 2.0 or an integration with another platform, and defining a clear timeline.
Communication is key there.
Absolutely vital. Then comes decommissioning, where support ceases, and any associated data is securely archived according to regulations. And finally, and importantly, lessons learned are extracted through postmortems. This informs future product development and helps prevent similar pitfalls down the road. The insight here is that a well-managed exit protects brand reputation and customer trust, which is invaluable for launching future product lines.
And to manage this gracefully, best practices would include proactive succession planning, I assume. Introducing replacement products or features early to make the transition smoother for customers. Transparent communication seems non-negotiable to maintain trust and prevent frustration, especially with something personal like a smart home assistant. And, especially in Agile setups, data can be used to predict when a product should realistically enter this phase, allowing for strategic planning rather than reactive scrambling.
Exactly. Data helps anticipate the decline. Apple phasing out older iPhone models is a classic illustration of a well-managed end-of-life strategy. They don't just stop selling them abruptly. They often offer trade-in incentives for new lines, gradually shift focus, ensuring users have clear upgrade paths.
Makes the transition easier.
Yes. For Aura, this might mean offering significant discounts on Aura 2.0 or maybe a subscription to a new AI service. The challenge, of course, is potential customer backlash, especially if the product is beloved or essential for some users. This can be mitigated through generous incentives or by ensuring that migration to alternatives is as painless and seamless as possible.
Wow. We've now taken a complete journey through the product management lifecycle. We followed our hypothetical Aura smart home assistant from that first spark of an innovative idea through its development and launch, its vibrant life, and finally to a strategic and graceful retirement. It's truly a dynamic, cyclical, and deeply customer-centric process. It ensures products don't just come to life, but continue to evolve, adapt, and ultimately thrive in a really competitive landscape.
Indeed. Implementing the PML isn't just about managing a single product. It's about ensuring that products truly evolve in lockstep with those ever-changing market needs. This drives sustained success and optimizes that critical sales time curve for prolonged profitability. The seamless integration of Agile practices throughout these stages lets teams respond swiftly to new insights and market shifts. And using strategic tools like RoadMonk for road mapping or maybe Product Board for idea management further enhances efficiency and effectiveness. It brings a higher level of precision to what can otherwise feel like a pretty chaotic process.
So to leave you with a final provocative thought, beyond the world of product teams, how might understanding the cyclical product management mindset, this constant loop of innovation, rigorous validation, iterative development, strategic launch, ongoing optimization, and even thoughtful retirement apply to your own projects? Or maybe your personal goals, or even just how you approach new ideas in your daily life. It feels like there are broader lessons here.
I think so too. We definitely encourage you to explore these concepts further. For a deeper dive into these principles and frameworks, you might find valuable resources from Product Focus, or perhaps look into broader frameworks from organizations like Harvard or ICE Agile. The insights are truly quite universal.
If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and share it. with others who might benefit too. To learn more about product management and digital marketing, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.